Everyone is back. Okay, great. So we're going to be talking about the vocabulary. Hang on here, literally 5 minutes. We're covering the vocabulary, then we're going to go back to the breakout rooms. We're going to have more conversation. First, let's go to. Are you able to see everything?
Yes.
Okay, so when something is nerve-wracking, that wrecks your nerves.
Really nervous.
Yeah, it just makes you nervous. When
Something making nervous.
Yeah, so nerve-wracking.
And nervous.
Right, correct. So that's a stressful situation that makes you super nervous. When you feel apprehensive, I love this word because it's not really about nervousness. It's a little bit different. How is it different from being nervous?
Uncertain, maybe about something.
Yeah.
It's connected with future, something that will happen in the future.
Right.
So it's a mix of probably feelings when you are unsure, and this feeling of you're unsure about the future makes you feel anxious and so on.
Right. That is this feeling. It's a little bit less intense than anxiety, but that is something negative that you feel about the future. It's like you're uneasy about the future. You feel like something bad is going to happen. It's not even the way you're not sure what's going to happen. It's that you expect something bad to happen in the future and you're apprehensive because of that. So you feel uneasy because of something that is going to happen in the future. But it's not really that intense. It's a very unpleasant background feeling that you can't really pinpoint sometimes. It's not like you're really panicky in the moment. It's more like a background feeling that makes you uneasy, basically. When you chicken out, or you chicken out of doing something, what does that mean?
You just leave something that you've started doing, but because of your fear, you just leave out.
Absolutely. And you're like, first you were intending to do something, and then you're too scared, you understand that, and you're like, no, I'm not going to be doing that. So you chickened out. Back out of doing something because of how afraid you were. Okay, when you get the jitters or something gives you the jitters?
You get nervous?
Yeah, that's nerve-wracking things.
Like shivering.
It's not really, well, it is close, but it's more about this panicky state, in an intense anxiety state, when you're like panicking literally. So when you get the jitters, it's a very intense way of panicking, not just the background feeling. It's really intense. So
is it also connected with some future events, or just these are fears that are connected with something that happens in present?
Not globally. It's not globally. It's about the immediate future. So, for example, you're about to give a presentation. You understand that you're feeling nervous because of that, and you get those jitters because of that. So it's about the immediate future. When you anticipate something nervous and nerve-wracking happening in the immediate future, you get the jitters. Okay, this one is really good. Fear-mongering. You might know a word, warmongering, because in politics it's used quite a lot when some countries are warmongering. And here it's about fear-mongering. So what is that about?
Like exaggerating the...
Go on.
No, it's like exaggerating and constantly repeating the fear, some points of the situation that can cause fear, and using it to attract attention, maybe. So the medias get popular, and repeatedly you go there to then scroll their resources, the new news.
Yeah, right. It just
specifically drive certain agenda.
Being in panic, is it connected with being in panic?
It's not about being, it's putting others in the state of panic by exaggerating certain things and pushing certain agendas. So, for example, I think warmongering would be разжигание войны or something like that in Russian. So fear-mongering would be pushing this agenda, like you're supposed to be afraid and, really exaggerating the news. Everybody's going to die and people are dying all over the world. You're going to be the next one. That's Yeah.
Oh, like overwhelm you with the news or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So deliberately spreading fear and alarmistic moods, to influence the way others feel on a bigger scale, if we're talking about media. When you're panicky, that's super obvious what it means. It's just a very good word that people don't use quite a lot. So you can be in the state of panic, or you can feel panicky. There's going to be this Y at the end. It's just the feel of panic. Literally, you're in an intense anxiety mode. When you dread something, what's that about?
You're afraid of something.
Yeah. More.
Extremely afraid.
You're extremely afraid of something. And again, it's about the immediate future. So it's like, я ужасаюсь. You have this very strong fear about something that is going to be happening. Usually it's like public speaking, or again, giving a presentation, something that you know that is going to be happening. And you're like, oh no, that is so unpleasant. That is going to happen in the future. I know it and I dread it. And then, well, this one is pretty apparent because they have the same, but catastrophize. That means that you exaggerate certain things, and you might be fear mongering as well, but not on a large scale, let's say, because fear mongering is definitely on the large scale. Catastrophizing is just when you're talking to other people and you're exaggerating certain details, imagining the worst things. Yeah, usually you are like the most pessimistic version that is possible in a situation. So you're trying to imagine the worst case scenario. When you've got a cautionary mindset, what does that mean?
Like being cautious.
When you always expect something to happen, not really pleasant,
And that leads to inaction, because this cautionary mindset is also connected to inaction because of how cautious you are of everything. It's like you're expecting the worst and you're like, don't do that, don't do that. And because of that, you might be paralyzed by inaction because of how cautious you are of everything. So it's like being a little bit too careful about potential dangers and not taking actions because of that. When you spiral into panic, or just generally when you spiral, what's that about?
Get in the state of panic.
Go deeper and deeper.
Yeah, it's like
in spiral with every circle.
Yeah,
to get in a permanent state of panic.
Absolutely.
Like a panic attack, maybe.
Right, and the more you think of that, the worse it gets. It's like yeah.
Like to increase every bad situation and.
Yeah, absolutely. So every increment makes it worse and worse, and you start with a tiny thought, perhaps a negative one, and then you start thinking more, and you're panicky, and you think about it more, and you're even more panicky after that. So you spiral. Basically, the idea of spiraling is with every thought about something bad happening, you get even more panicked over that.
To wound. To wound herself. To wound yourself. In Russian, накручивать.
Yeah, right.
So it creates a chain reaction, actually.
Absolutely, it is. So, more questions for you. Let's go to the breakout rooms. Let me stop the screen share. You've got everything over there. You're going to go to the same rooms because I'm going to be sending you to the same rooms. But again, if you want, you can go to a different room. If you want to not be in an overcrowded one, you can go to a different one again. You can even write in the chat to the people in your breakout room, like, let's go to this one. It's free over there. So let's go and discuss the questions now. And again, if you have any questions, let me know.
Oh, and I respect this.
So where do we left?
Questions.
do you have any irrational fears? Are you scared of anything that you really shouldn't be? I think we can switch off this.
Yeah.
Because
Discuss most of it.
skip this question. Sorry, not switch off. Do you find it exciting or nerve-wracking to try new things? And give examples. Actually, I can give examples. I even find exciting right now looking for a new job first in my life, you know. I am already find it exciting, but also overwhelming and tiresome, you know. But I feel excited. But my life will change in the nearest future because I think, I'm sure of it, that I will find a good job with, positive environment and with some new functions that I'm going to do and to develop new skills. And I like learning something new. I can't imagine my life without learning something, what I'm interested in. Especially, and I stand the whole 18 years at my old job and current job only because I tried something new, like hobbies, like dancing, singing, learning languages, and so on, playing board games, traveling, you know. And I just don't have choice right now, and I don't want to continue living like that. I can't earn enough money. I can't try something new. I'm tired of telling myself what I need to study hard, English hard, to become a perfect English teacher. I'm not going to be a perfect English teacher. Maybe I will become just a good one. But it won't be my job, you know. My job will be something else. So that's exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time for me.
Yeah, it's a new step, and I can agree with that. Like when it comes to global things, like application for university, it's really exciting and also nerve-wracking because especially with studying in abroad idea, like being an international student, it's really nerve-wracking because it's new culture to you, new language, and you should start learning it and start learning the culture because you want to have some new friends with this culture, and it's another country, like totally. So it's nerve-wracking to me.
And exciting, right?
Yeah, but it's also exciting because it's really interesting and your mindset, it just goes and grows. So yeah. What about you?
Yeah, we have a new speaker here, Sasha D.
But we can't hear, or we can't see this new speaker.
And hear. Oh, we can hear.
Sorry,
Hello.
folks. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, my plan doesn't let me to go with the camera because it's not enough traffic. But anyway, you can hear me, I hope.
Great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
I must say, my friends, that trying new things is not nerve-wracking for me at all, because I think that my life is so simple. I'm used to doing a lot of. I'm used to doing the same things every day. That's I really want to experience something nerve-wracking at the same time as exciting. But now, if I try any new things, I think that it will be only exciting experience. This is all about my
Good for you.
attitude. Huh? Yes,
we are,
it's really good for
on
me.
the first
Yeah.
question. Alexander, we are on the first question. If you are willing to answer it, welcome.
No, not on the first, but on the second. We have decided to miss the first one.
Yes, the second one about nerve-wracking and exciting things.
About new things.
Yeah.
How do you feel about trying new things? Is it nerve-wracking or exciting for you?
It depends on the things, I suppose, because it really depends what you're talking about. Is that new job? Is it new experience? Is that new what relations? Is it new what? It's really.
You can give particular examples and say about.
I mean, if it's rational stuff, I probably not so. I'm not so anxious. But if I see some stuff like people behave themselves in a kind of weird way, that makes me bonkers and crazy. And like if I see, like for example, people driving in a new pattern, in a new way, or just like recently I was joining one online school. And people usually what they do before they, for example, if we have some kind of lectures, we kind of screen recording this stuff for like Java or Python. And because not everybody can be on time, or somebody are busy, and probably they can watch the lectures and seminars and webinars later, or later next day or whatever. But they are not supposed to record this stuff, and they say blah blah blah. You need to be present and attend it exactly at that moment. So that makes me crazy. I just don't understand what's going on, because it's it's a new world. We have new new environment, new software, new reality. So why do you folks kind of wasting each other's time just to we have a time zone difference. I don't know, like I see San Francisco picture in somebody's background, so I suppose there's should be, I mean, in San Francisco it's like 3 a.m. right now. So but who knows who, I mean, people are from different regions. I mean, I have 3 a.m. right now, so 6 a.m. sorry. But the technology gives us opportunity to to trying to avoid this. It's about my fears a little bit, maybe a little bit clumsy, yeah, but it's better if you give me exactly what to talk about my fears.
I see. I feel you. Yeah, but maybe it's not in the politics of this school to record these lessons. They just want to make everyone be present. I don't know.
They actually have 2 different or 3 different types of recording. The Zoom, they also record. The Slack, they technically know, and they have Discord channel. So Discord is something like Zoom and Telegram at the same time. But the quality of Discord is really, awkward. It's like 720p. So if you share the code in Java or Python, you don't see anything. So what the heck you need to share and record if you don't see anything? So there's no sense. So I don't understand this stuff. It's not only about the politics, but policies, I would say, but about like
about the policies. Yeah,
it's mostly about common sense of of studying. If you cannot watch it later, why do we need to attend these classes?
Working as a group, I guess, if they like this format and find it more effective. I only can.
If people are adults and they have kids and families and they cannot be exactly at the same time, and they just losing their, not losing, they just they simply don't come. They just come in with their just doing some stuff with their families, with their kids, and they say blah blah blah. I was busy with my family, so. And I was thinking that you will send the link on the past webinar, Zoominar, just like, and we watch it while I will drive into my job in the subway or in the car or anyway. So anyway, it's a kind of choice. I mean, if somebody is scared that somebody can be, written or recorded the sound, technically we can, take this out. We can get it out of the video, or cut it out. So it's all can be solved, but I don't know.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Aika?
I answered.
Ah, yeah. Who
Dima,
wants to
Dima
add?
hasn't
Dima.
said.
Oh yeah, as we discussed before, for me, trying most of the new things, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, we
but
remember it.
yeah, but it may become excited. Yeah, because in most of the cases, I just have to start. But before it, I'll be overwhelmed and yeah, it'll be nervous for me. But
Just
yeah.
just count from 5 to 1 backwards and start.
5 to
Sometimes
1. Good advice.
It's not mine. It's advice. It's a piece of
Yeah.
advice from the well-known coach. Her name is Mel Robbins. But it works for some people who tends to overthink. There are two types of people who overthink and who act. I'm not the second one. I overthink. That's why I need to start immediately. Or I will be overwhelmed with all these thoughts and negative thinking, but can stop me from doing it at all.
Yeah, because I realized a lot of times I've spent much more time and emotions, etc., for preparations that not for the actual thing to do.
Yeah, usually we don't need so much preparation.
You just need to start.
Yeah, you just need to start, and you will
definitely.
figure out what you need to continue.
Yeah.
And the next question, have you ever felt apprehensive before making a big decision? Are you usually an apprehensive person? I can remind you that apprehensive means that you are
Feel uneasy, yes?
About something that's going to happen, something negative, something horrible that is going to happen in future.
Feels anxious, feel uneasy.
Before making a big decision, yes. Almost
everyone, I think, usually feels apprehensive, yeah?
Just the second, Alexandra mentioned Mel Robbins. Yes, it's her. It's her. I just, I'm sorry for interrupting. I just find that at least right now, I'm ready to hear what she suggests doing and ready to follow her advice.
Okay. Who will begin? Also answer.
I may continue. I feel apprehensive all of the time. I'm trying to make a big decision.
And you can call yourself an apprehensive person, yes?
I guess so. I don't like how it sounds, but I think it's fact.
This is something new for me. Sorry for interrupting. Will you continue, Dima?
Yeah. I think I want to be more brave, but sometimes my wife reminds me that come on, you're not that apprehensive for something because you've always, oh gosh, how can I do it? But then you move to one country, then you move to another country, then you change one job, then change another job, etc., etc. But all of the time I've been thinking, oh no, I can do it. I have to think more or something. But in the end, here I am.
You are great friends with your wife, and doesn't your wife also want to join our speaking clubs, for example?
Oh, she's the reason I'm here. She's somewhere there in a different room. She's been there before. Yeah, and it's my first time here.
And you have decided to join different rooms, yes, separate rooms, and not together.
Yeah, I've just choose a random room. Yeah.
Nice.
And is she at home and you are on the roof, yeah?
Oh, yeah. She's in the room and I'm on the roof, yeah. That's the reason, because I've been thinking we'll be in the same room, and then she told me, "Oh, and what if we'll be in a different rooms? It might be not so comfortable." And I was, yeah, you're right. So we decided who stay in the room and who's go to the roof, and
Next time she will be on the roof and you will.
maybe, yeah, definitely.
Ike, what will you tell us about apprehensive? If you are an apprehensive person?
So yeah, what comes to me, I'm really apprehensive. Like I feel like this way a lot before making a big decisions, especially like moving to another city or something like that. I feel like I will have some doubts about it, and it's a new step. It's a big step that needs more responsibility, and the thoughts like, what if I can't do it, comes to me. But we should handle with this, like, yes, with the thoughts and be feel less apprehensive.
I'm listening to you, my friends, and I understand that I do not come out of my comfort zone. Yes, that gives me a chance not to feel something, not to be apprehensive in some ways, maybe. But I shall try. Yeah, I would try.
You should try. You should try because
yes, I should try.
Getting out your comfort zone is about growth. It means if you don't, I think that you actually sometimes experience something out of your comfort zone. You just don't notice that.
Maybe
because it's impossible.
Yes, I'm trying to be optimistic all the time. Yes, and as my sports coach sometimes tells me that, for example, it is hard maybe to go up to the 5th floor, and I just tell her. But no, it's not really hard for me. I just stop at every floor, something like that. Olga, we are glad to see you. It's great that you are with us. Really.
How are you doing,
Sasha?
Hello.
Hi, great. We are great. Yes. We have.
We were discussing these questions. Like,
which one?
The third one about being feeling apprehensive.
Okay, so now you're moving on to the fourth one about chickening out.
Yeah.
No. We are waiting for Sasha.
Okay.
Answering the third question about apprehensive.
Technically, yeah, I don't really feel apprehensive in most situations. Instead of some kind of relations, I suppose. I mean, this is probably the only thing that I can be more or less fearful, because, I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm kind of fear. I mean, probably, yeah, especially if you love a person or just want to have some kind of passion. And, I mean, you are kind of waiting for some kind of response. I mean, not in all cases, but in most of the cases. So, and you never know what will be the response. So, I mean, of course, somebody could say it's better to try and then to regret, but, technically we are lying to ourselves. We are waiting for something. I mean, if you don't wait, so sometimes what's the reason to start? I mean, it's not like you try a job and you got an offer or you fail. It's a little bit different. You can try another job or another offer, another interview, but it's not an interview. It's your life technically, and you don't want to fail technically. So I don't know. Is that fear? Is that being apprehensive, or it's a little bit different? I always thinking about that type of dilemma. I don't know what to say.
It is apprehension. In terms of the feeling, it is apprehension, of course.
Yeah, we all hope that it will be mutual. We all expect and hope. Let's move on to the question number 4.
Yeah, let's do it.
Have you ever chickened out of doing something important? Do you regret it? Oh, somebody
I missed out.
answer this question. Yeah.
Yeah,
I need
because
to think
I
of
think it really depends on time of life you thought about it. Because sometimes you really think about, oh gosh, I have to do it, have to try it, check it out. Yeah, you were thinking about it, but then it passed, and a year, a few years or something, you look back and you've been thinking like, well, actually, no, I did everything right, and yeah, it was okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've been thinking a lot of situations where I might have been chickened out, and it depends job or something. But at the end, it really was not necessary back then. Like
You have understood it, yeah? Uh-huh.
yeah, because it was like a few years ago or something. I've been thinking about I have to get an Israeli citizenship earlier. But if I do it earlier, my wife wouldn't get it. And now here I am in Israel with my wife, and it's yeah, it's
Are you
everything is just
married?
right in time.
And how many years are you married?
2 years, and we met 3 years ago.
You were together 3 years ago, yes?
Yeah, yeah, and we were married
Decided
for
to
2
wait
years.
for her. Great. And don't you have any babies?
No, not yet. So it makes our moving between countries much easier, I guess. For now, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I've been feeling like chickened out of the thing that I started to learning as a person who has many hobbies. Like I used to play ukulele. It's a little Hawaiian guitar, and I learned a little bit of it. I had some lessons with it, with some accords, but I tried to sing with playing like in the same time, and it didn't turn well. So I chickened out this idea of playing musical instruments. Like I feel like it's not for me, but honestly, like now I'm like getting. I regret of this. Even like maybe if I like continued this thing, I would learn a little bit more and be more like have some more practice, so I'll be better with it.
Yeah. Well, how a long time ago was it when you gave up playing ukulele?
It was 2 or 3 years ago.
You can imagine what you could master your playing and singing at the same time for 2 or 3 years with practice.
Yes, I regret that
But
I
you
didn't
can
continue.
try it again and continue, because now you understand that you need to continue if you really like it.
Yes, of course. Mm-hmm.
I have nothing to say about myself, really, because I never regret any cases that I have in my life. And
it's not about regretting. It's about going to do something, and when you change your mind because you are anxious, because you fear, because you feel uneasy. I used to be like that when I was younger, as a teenager, and maybe 10 years after that age. But now I don't. I understand that only I can do it. Nobody will do it for myself. Only I am responsible for my life. If I want to get something new, I should do something new at least. I should try doing new things,
same
and
to
I
me.
and I should feel like that person I want to become. I should feel it right now when I am just starting, you know, reaching this goal.
I
Yes,
feel
we
the
all,
same, really.
yeah, we're all living for once this time, so we should try more and more, and not chicken out the things that we start.
Sometimes you don't have enough time, really, your free time to think of it. Really,
Yeah.
I'm like a tortilla from this from Buratino. Yes, maybe. That's why I have really nothing to talk about it to say. Maybe next question will be more interesting to me. And
What
you,
about
uh-huh,
Sasha?
uh-huh.
Let me just make sure that we understand this meaning the same as everyone. Like chicken out in formal meaning to decide not to do something because of fear or lack of conviction. So if, with that type of explanation, I suppose, of course, there also should be some kind of different types of behavior. So it means like
This is about your wishes, maybe. Maybe you have any wishes, but you haven't done it. You haven't done something, and now you regret it.
You know, I wouldn't say that I'm. Sometimes, you know, it's really hard to say what is the wish, what is not the wish. For me, sometimes wish is that something that really not approachable so fast. Like previously, I have a wish to try to express myself in English and understand
Okay,
this.
maybe desires, if you like it more. Any desires? If you want to, for example, to move to another place, or maybe to learn to do something.
No, I would say probably the things that is hard to get is a kind of desire or wish. Not a desire, wish. I said desire. It's like I would like to eat a, you know, like cake or some kind of like expensive car or whatever. So, but this is more or less achievable. I would say that way. But
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not so clearly achievable, for example, I need to get some documents right now, you know, for citizenship. So that's not achievable because you see there's a people staying in line in front of you, and you cannot make it faster or you cannot accelerate the process, and you see that it is still going for the last, I don't know, 6 years, or I don't know how many years, and you don't know how many years it will be going more. So that's a kind of I don't know. Is that the kind of dead end? Is the kind of wish? Is it kind of what? But I wouldn't say that I'm chicken out. I mean, just I'm waiting for the process. How is it going? I mean, I'm doing what I can do. Probably I would say that chicken out is more about like in you know, in what I found in the Webster dictionary, they have explanation like he was trying to give her or offer her a date, and he chicken out at the last minute. So it's something like this. Or somebody was asking you to jump from the cliff, you know, with a I don't know, with some kind of
Bungee jumping, for example.
yeah, and you change your mind at the last minute. Probably this is something about chicken out. So you
Yeah, I meant it. Maybe I haven't expressed it clearly, but I meant it.
something like this. I don't know. Maybe in the current situation, I don't know. I mean, I was scared to change my. I mean, probably you were laughing at me. I was scared to change my brakes and the calipers and the on my car, and until my neighbor come and show me how to take the caliper, and then because I was looking on the YouTube with some videos, and I was like, okay, I'll find it, but I didn't. I mean, I find some kind of trash videos, and it's not really clearly, so I can disassemble my car, and then what? I should call Uber or taxi or whatever, or my neighbor. So I was checking out, and then I, you know, finally disassemble my front brakes, blah blah blah, and I find out a lot of interesting things which usually, you know, this dealership don't really tell you about. For example, they take away my cover, then put it back, and I was like, wow, they should did it before, but you know, usually people don't look under the hood, and they just are like, what is that? it looks like you I wouldn't say you destroy my car, but you left some of my parts at your dealership, at your at your business area. So I'm kind of
Oh my god.
yeah, I'm kind of
To
frustrated.
resell them. To resell them.
I mean, you cannot really resell them because it was it was kind of 30% damaged. So I wouldn't really think. And my car is not so it's not like it's like kind of unique car. So it's not so many cars this way. It's not expensive. It's not cheap. I mean, it's in the middle. So I wouldn't think. And it's kind of corrupted. So probably they will not sell it. But I wouldn't call it chicken out. It's just like anger. Yeah.
Maybe it's their hobby to make something.
It looks like it's not a hobby. It's just like they treating people
parts
with the I don't know what. They don't really care about their clients. At least they don't care about me or somebody else. So I don't like when you are paying money, like I don't know, like $1,000, and people just trying to cheat you in that kind of way. Yeah, I think that's inappropriate.
I agree with you.
But I mean, there's nothing about checking out in that exact situation. Just I'm checking out with changing my brakes. That's the only connection with the equation.
Yeah, it can be dangerous if you would do something wrong and afterward drive your car.
Probably.
Yeah.
We will see next day.
Oh.
We hope that it will be okay. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
We haven't discussed all the questions, yes, and if you see it's time to maybe to come back in 3 minutes. Olga has written in the message.
Let's choose the last one.
Yeah.
Maybe about, I don't know. Do you think having a cautionary mindset is helpful or limiting in life?
Cautionary mindset.
When you are cautious about something, you imagine different risks and so on. Some people can be really good in predicting risks, and it's a good thing about that.
Yeah, really.
Cautionary mindset usually prevents you from achieving your goals because you tend not to do anything at all because you're overwhelmed with everything. It's like being afraid of doctors or medicine procedures. You just can't make yourself going to the clinic. The same thing. Cautious mindset. It's like it's a bad thing. It stops you from developing.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. Really. And
it's limiting in life.
Yeah, really. Sometimes it really prevents you from doing something or limits what
you can't control everything. Yeah, sometimes life just happens, so you just need to try and do new things.
Well, yeah, I think it really depends on the situation, but sometimes it's really might be helpful. But yeah, not with all of the cases, like you said.
And be helpful maybe in the business. If you are a consultant, you can predict something. You just have this thinking. You can plan your actions. But if it limits yourself, then it's a bad thing. And Sasha, what do you think?
Probably you would not like what you hear, because technically I was 10 years ago working in Coca-Cola in Moscow, and my boss, my GM, actually not only he told this stuff not to me, he called it risk management. When you're trying to eliminate what can happen. So technically you are make a forecast. We have 57 seconds. Okay, forecast what can happen in the next days or in the next hours. And so he said, Okay, Sasha, try to imagine that we have, our power limit will switch off, and all our computers in free stores will be failed. So what can we do to eliminate that in the next situation? I said probably we should find out some extra, because there was a really important meeting, so we should do some extra generators and some extra laptops, and we should print out all the papers for the meetings and PDFs, just to kind of think what worse can happen in this way. And we should also think about some kind of umbrellas and some other stuff if rains and bad weather condition will happen. So he actually teach us how to plan, eliminate something bad what can happen. He said, just try to analyze everything and just do it in advance. 1 second.
Or an expression.
Nerve-wracking.
Okay.
Cautionary mindset.
Yeah, cautionary. More.
Get the jitters.
Okay. When you back out of a plan, what is that called? Because of fear.
Chicken out.
Yeah. Okay, good. You learned something. That's good. Okay, now we're taking a picture. That means everyone prepare, and recommendations for the beautiful picture. Do something like that, or send a reaction. Yeah, something that is going to cause an emotion. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And now everyone makes a heart. Okay, great, everyone. You look amazing. That's great. Before you go, I'm not letting you go. So in the beginning, there was this poll, and somebody who voted that you've been visiting the clubs for more than 3 months. Please, we're going to be waiting for you, because soon we're going to post a tiny message. Like, we're looking for people who've been visiting us for a while, because we really want to talk to you. We want to discuss something with you. And wait for this message. I'm going to post it today, so wait for this message. And if you visited our clubs for more than 3 months, we're really wanting to reach out to you. Okay, I'm going to be waiting for you and your answers. Others, thank you very much for coming. Especially, I guess, guys, if it was your first time here, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. And I hope to see everyone next time, actually. So have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for coming, and see you next time.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.